Alright, getting some of this construction trash picked up. Somebody made a comment the other day. They couldn't believe I was just throwing my trash out on the floor. I guess you guys never been around a construction site before. Usually you just get it out of your hands so you can keep working, and then you'll have a cleanup crew come by, or you, when you're done working, and you'll pick up all your trash like this. And then I guess I haven't shown you, or yeah, I haven't shown you. I'm kind of hiding it from you, but we have a dumpster. But I'm hiding it from you. You'll find out in this video why I'm hiding it from you. But we have a dumpster in the front, so all the trash goes in the dumpster. I mean, no one's just, it's not like city construction where we just throw all the trash out all around the house we're building and then just put dirt all over it. They do that, okay? They do. Uh-oh, did I say that? It's not proper English, kids. Alright, so that's it, man. I got some more stuff done with the chinking yesterday, as you saw. Finished up this whole side, no problem. And today, later on in the day, after you guys are watching this and stuff, Gary's going to be here and Ralph is going to be here. Ralph is our electrician friend, if you guys remember. And so we'll be talking to him a little bit, and we'll be talking to Gary a little bit about what's been going on inside. And I'm going to go show you guys right now, actually, before I get into this big reveal today. This changes everything on the log cabin. I mean, everything. And yeah, I'm going to take you inside, show you what we accomplished yesterday on the interior, which, you know, it's not a lot, but it takes time to kind of, you know, let me explain something to you. It's an engineered log home, right? But we got to make some changes on the fly. So sometimes it's like that. So it takes a second when you show up. You know, you got to kind of look at the situation. You got to kind of think in the head what's going on, take some measurements. You know, sometimes that could eat up an hour or 2 hours of your day just trying to figure out how you're going to approach this particular situation. And one of those, actually, yesterday, we had two, but one for sure was the beam in Mom's room. I'm going to take you in right now and show it to you. But it's really kind of tricky how to put the wall up, right? Because the beam runs through the center. I'll just take you in and show you. Come on. But first, see? All right, so now we're in the house here, as you can see. And this is the problem that we're having up here. Can you guys see that? So what we have here is there's going to be a space, okay, on each side of that beam there. There, I got you a little closer. All right, so see how we frame that out? So here's the problem that we have, right? This beam is going to sag down a little bit. It's just, you know, laws of gravity. We're also going to do some more to shore it up, but it will drop a little bit. That's why we have to leave this gap around all of our top of our sill plates, our walls, you know? So this can settle. The logs are all going to shrink. All these logs are going to shrink down. So this is all going to drop down just a little bit. So you cannot attach anything to the beam that is going to be attached to the wall. Does that make sense? So what's going to happen is this ceiling will drop down just a little bit, and that's why we have this gap. So this will allow the wall to travel just a little bit without buckling the actual interior wall, okay? So when we build the top of this wall, we can attach to the beam, because it's all going to come down together. You with me? But we can't attach to anything in here, and we can't attach it to the ceiling, right? So it's just kind of this tricky thing we had to get in here and kind of figure out. So now we can there's a board that goes on this gap here, right? Trim board. And then we'll tongue and groove all the way up the wall, and then we'll have the trim board for the settlement there, and then we'll put the tongue and groove up there too. So then it'll just be a nice complete wall, and we'll have hugged around here to close in the room just good enough. I hope that makes sense to you. It's kind of tricky to explain, and if you're not really into construction, you might not understand it so well, but that's pretty much the gist of it. So that took a little bit of time to just kind of figure out and think about. You have to think about how that beam's going to settle down, you know, and how it's going to ride. We didn't fasten it to the wall on this side. We only fastened it to the top, so that way it'll slide down. So you don't want to fasten it there. I don't know. Just trying to show you guys, like, there's going to be some things that are going to come up that are going to be a little different, and you're going to have to kind of think and work through it, right? So that's just one of the things. I'll show you one more we had to do. All right, this was our other little thing we had to kind of think on, because we have this cavity up here, right? And we have to close that off. but at the same time we have to put in mom's electrical service, right? So we weren't sure if the electrical service panel was going to fit inside the wall. Okay, and it does. Fits in there nice. But then what you have to figure out is how you're going to get the wires, right, up and into the other room, because we have this oak beam right here. I mean, you can't really go drilling through that, you know, straight up through it. So we've come up with a little idea there. I'll show you that later on in probably tomorrow's video. But you know, you have to get these wires. They're going to go down through the floor, and then some are going to go up and through that way so they can get to the other room. So that's something we kind of had to chew on for a while. We were going to build the wall all the way down, but then that takes up space in the room, right? So we're just like thinking about it, and this is kind of what we came up with. So again, like I say, there's going to be times when the plans aren't going to help you, and you're just going to kind of have to build things on the fly. So that's a little bit of update on what we got done on the interior yesterday. It doesn't look like much, but it took a while to figure out, and then we actually had to execute. So it actually, you know, was quite a bit, and we got it done. But now I'm going to show you what's changing the whole log cabin. I mean, it's actually amazing to see it. And well, here we go. Yeah, I haven't shown you any of this yet because I've been waiting for a special video. Because it's just so beautiful. I wanted to just show you. Don't buy the cheap brushes. Don't ask me how I know. You can spray on this stain if you wanted to. I just don't want to make a great big mess, and I don't want to put any stain on the deck because it's a treated lumber deck and I want to give it time to dry out. I've read stories where if you put stain on a green, you know, treated deck that's just kind of fresh lumber, it causes it to get real slippery. So we're just going to wait on that probably till next year or something, and then do the deck flooring and the, you know, deck rails and stuff. So, but yeah, I just like to paint it on with this brush. That way I can manage it. I don't get a lot of runs, but you guys got to do what is your preference. The way them logs just change the color. You just receive that stain. I just love it. Just looks so good. There's something about it. The reveal. That's what they call it. Whenever you put a stain on a wood, they call it the reveal, because you're going to see how the grain pops and how everything is brought out by the stain. Love that color pop. And in case you guys are wondering, I'm using TWP, made right here in Missouri. That's one reason why I like it. The other reason why I like it is just a really good product. We've got experience with it. It's not a paid endorsement or anything. I'm just using it, and I don't really do any paid endorsements around here. If it's good, I'll say stuff about it, and if it's not, I'll tell you that too. But this TWP has been proven to be really well. I stained the cabin with it, and you know, like I said, 10 years of stain on there. It's just now kind of fading in a couple of spots. So we got history with TWP, and we know that it works really good. That's what we know. So that's why we went with TWP on this job here. And I don't know if you can get it everywhere, probably because of, you know, the internet you can. But I know a lot of stores don't carry it. They don't have good salesmen over there, I guess. Hey, TWP, if you need a good salesman, get a hold of me. I'll be able to help you get your product in some more stores there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I just love it. I can't say enough about it. I could just stain log cabins all day long if that's all I had to do, just to watch the colors change and the pop and the grain and the, you know, everything about it, really. Just love it. I don't know, it really kind of warms it up too, doesn't it? You know, from that white wood to this here, it just kind of woke it up. Enhance the beauty. Love it. You don't let them runs stay on there. That'll shine through on your next coat. So always put a, you know, if you spread it out like that, when you come back and put your stain on there, you won't see those runs. You'll blend it in better. Well, so this is what I'm doing here right now. And like I said, those guys will be here after a while, and then we'll get busy with some more electric work on the inside, and then we're going to be pulling wires underneath in the crawl space, so you'll want to check that out. I don't know how that's going to work, so just because it's kind of dark down there, and we'll try to take you guys down there best we can, if we can. But that's what's going to be happening today. And believe it or not, we might have some rain moving in. So that's why I'm kind of staying up here with the staining. I'm not going to go much lower, because if it does rain, these logs up here are never really going to get wet. So I don't have any issue with these being stained right here. So, and we're not supposed to have rain coming in until maybe later tonight. So I'm looking around 4 or 5 o'clock. That'll give this time to dry as well. So that should be pretty good. And the tone, or whatever, the stain color here, they call it a cedar tone. So this is a cedar tone stain. I just hope the rain moves in and moves out pretty quick. We still have to do the tongue and groove on this roof ceiling of the porch. We already have our can lights in. You guys probably noticed that while we were staining this part of the cabin here. So moving right along. We'll get this porch buttoned up, and you know, we're working on the inside, so everything will come together pretty quickly. We just have to stay at it, right? You just have to keep your chain on. All right, so that's what I got for you guys right now. So I just wanted to catch you up on the staining. Man, look at that. Can you see that? That is awesome. I love it. I love the stain part of the project. And it makes you feel like you're in the home stretch, right? Because you know you're usually doing your stain when you're at the end of the project. And then you're going to put in your windows and your doors. And then you're flipping into the inside. So stain is a good thing to see. Not only because it shows the progress of the project, but it also beautifies the situation. All right, so I'll throw the drone up real quick. I'm going to show you guys what the roof looks like, right? Because we got the tent on. We're going to work on this gable in here, but I'm not sure because Ralph's coming today, and we want to work on this electricity while we're all here, get it all ran underneath, and then do a few other things like that too. So I'm not sure when that's going to go on, but I'm going to throw the drone up right now. I'm going to give you guys a little pan of the house here, And then I'm also going to show you the roof that's on. So enjoy that on the way out. I'll throw a little off-grid with Doug and Stacy hum in there so you guys can spend the rest of your day going, Doug and Stacy. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks in Hannibal, Missouri at the Homesteading Life Conference. If we don't see you there, maybe we'll see you at the Virginia Conference, the Homesteaders of America Conference. We have a fermenting class we're doing there, plus we're speakers. There's going to be 3,000 plus people. It's a huge event. Most of the people you probably watch on social media will be there, teaching classes and sharing their experiences. So homesteadersofamerica.com, and then hit that workshop for Stacy's fermenting class. I mean, we don't want to be the only people there with like 3 people in our class. We want to sell out our class. So if you want to go there and you want to get some homesteading experience and off-grid stuff, they have all kinds of stuff going on. You could go to that conference and you can attend our little fermenting class, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, leave them down below and I'll try to answer them. I read all the comments all the time. That's how I knew about that person complaining about the trash on the ground. There's no trash on the ground. And actually yesterday when I was throwing those napkins, see that box right over there? It was just going right in that box. A lot of times you assume stuff that you don't even know what's going on. You just assume it. And then you don't know what's going on back here. But I will tell you this, at this channel here, you always get the real deal. And there's nothing going on behind the camera. There's no film crew. There's nobody there. It's just dear old Doug trying to share his daily life of building his mom a log cabin with you. That's something right there. What's in there? Okay, let's try it again. What's in there? Everybody guess what's in there? Leave a comment down below. Sorry, I'm a little crooked right there, but I'm on a little grade right here and I'm turning this camera and it's set up to be right here. Perfectly perfect for you. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for stopping by the homestead. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. But don't just subscribe and never come back. You guys got to come back to these daily updates on these videos, or YouTube gets all mad and then they stuff us in the corner and they don't think you like us no more. And the only thing that happens, excuse me, is that you guys got busy and maybe you missed a video, right? I get a lot of comments and people say, man, they unsubscribed me from your channel, or they're not showing me in the feed anymore. Well, you either have to come right to our channel or go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com, because right there we have all of the videos that we've released and you can just click each one so you'll never miss one and you'll watch it and everything's fine. But that's what YouTube does. If you don't watch a video and maybe you miss 2 or 3 videos of the people that you like to watch because you're busy, not because you don't like them, then YouTube starts not sending you any notifications anymore, and then they try to find other people to come to our channel because, you know, they're just thinking you lost interest or something. So make sure you guys show up on these videos, smash that thumbs up. I busted a lot of people yesterday in the video who didn't know what the chain was all about, and obviously when people leave comments like that, you know they haven't watched the whole video. And that hurts our channel too, so you guys watch these whole videos. Even if you don't pay attention, just walk off and let them play. I'm just teasing with you guys. Have a good day, and thanks for coming by, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
I've been thinking I might up and leave the city. I've been praying on some simple Midwest living, homestead instead of my own 9 to 5 with a suit and tie, going